She was sick her entire life, saw visions that no one else could, and once became so heavy that no one could move her. And yet somehow, St. Hildegard was able to convince many people, including emperors and popes. Welcome to Steps to Sainthood, where we take quick dives into the lives of saints and see how we can apply their holiness to our lives today. So without further ado, let's get into it.
St Hildegard of Bingen was born in 1098 in what is now Germany, the youngest of 10 children. From an early age, she experienced vivid visions of God's presence, something that would shape her entire life. Recognizing something extraordinary, her parents offered her to the church as a tithe. At just 8 years old, she entered a Benedictine monastery in bestowed, where she was formed under the guidance of a holy woman named Judah. Hildegard's early life was marked by constant illness, weakness, pain, even temporary blindness. She received very little formal education, learning mainly Psalms and basic Latin for prayer. Yet despite her limitations, God was preparing something extraordinary. At 18, she became a Benedictine nun, and when Judah died, Hildegard was chosen as abbess. Though she had experienced visions her entire life, she kept them mostly hidden out of humility and obedience. But everything changed when she received what she believed was direct commandment from God. Write what you see and hear. Terrified of what people might think, she hesitated, but with the help of her spiritual director, she obeyed. Her writings were examined and approved by church authorities, even encouraged by Pope Eugene III. Her most famous work, Civitas, revealed her visions of God, creation, sin, and redemption, describing humanity as living sparks of God's love. But Hildegard wasn't just a mystic. She founded a new monastery near Bingen, after a dramatic moment where, according to tradition, she became so physically immovable that her superiors finally allowed her to follow God's will. She was an artist, composing soaring liturgical music, including Symphony of Harmony of Celestial Revelations. She was a scientist and healer, writing books on natural medicine that people still study today. And she was bold. Hildegard preached across Germany, confronted Emperor Frederick Barbarossa, challenged heresies, and wrote hundreds of letters correcting leaders who strayed from truth. Near the end of her life, her monastery was placed under interdict, but she stood firm in what she believed was right. The sanction was lifted shortly before her death, when she died in 1179 at the age of 81.
St. Hildegard's story reminds us that God does not call the strongest, rather he strengthens the one he calls. When you use your gifts boldly, you can change the church and even the world.